big news for the Elden Ring movie today. We finally have a projected release date for this film, and we have more information on the cast. We have some pretty cool information about this film being it's being filmed for IMAX, which is huge. Look, I've said this before, I'm very cautious with this film, as with pretty much all of the FromSoft adaptations we're seeing right now, the other two being the Sekiro anime, which is the one I have currently the most faith in. It's also the only one that we have like actual like trailer footage of. And then the Bloodborne movie that was just recently announced, that's going to be an R-rated animated film. So, to just get straight to it, March 3rd, 2028 is our projected release date for the Elden Ring movie. I'm just going to read the official post from the Elden Ring Twitter page here. The live-action movie adaptation of Elden Ring, produced by the studio A24 in partnership with Bandai Namco and filmed for IMAX, is slated for release on March 3rd, 2028. Production will begin in spring 2026, which we know that's already happening. We've already seen set photos. And then it goes on to say, and the full cast has been announced. And here I'm gonna go through the cast, because we have a lot of some of the names were already announced. I believe there's a few in here that hadn't been announced. I'm not entirely sure who hadn't been announced before, but it's a lot of names that some of them are a little bit more recognizable, some of them are maybe not as recognizable, and I think that's really good. Something I enjoy about a lot of projects of this scale is when they bring in actors and actresses who maybe aren't as well known. One, can kind of springboard their career, and two, you're able to kind of get lost in those characters a little bit more. It's not like, oh, this is I'm seeing Harrison Ford or whatever in this movie. You can kind of get immersed into it more and see the character and less of the actor, so to speak. So here, I'm gonna just go through the whole cast list here. My apologies, there may be a few of them I don't know how to pronounce their last name, so that's on me. The big apologies if there's a few of them I kind of stumble through. But starting from top to bottom, we have Kit Connor, Ben Winslow, Kaylee Spaney, Tom Burke, Havana Rose Liu, Sonia Mizuno, Jonathan Price, Ruby Cruz, Nick Offerman, Jonathan Hidalkinson, Jennifer Hall, Emma Layard, and Peter Serafinowicz. And that is our current announced cast for this film. We don't know who is playing who. I've seen people already saying, oh, Kit Connor, he's playing the Tarnished. We don't know that. If you're seeing people who are saying that, that is just, as of right now, not true, because it's not been announced. Like, we don't know whether or not that's the case or not. He could be playing a number of characters, whether they're characters from the lore, brand new character, maybe he is playing the Tarnished, but we really don't know. So if you're seeing people who are reporting and saying that, oh, he's playing the Tarnished in the film, that has not been confirmed. That is false reporting. So yeah, we have a pretty big cast here, but again, we don't know who is playing who. There's a lot of speculation on what characters they may be playing. Again, based on if this is even a direct adaptation of the game itself. Are we dealing with something that happens before the game? What are the probabilities that this happens after the story of the game? This follows one of the alternate, endings. Like, we really don't know anything about the narrative of this, and I'm excited to see what more we may get out of this. But this is pretty much, this is all the official news that we've gotten today regarding this. Again, we've already seen, and I made a video on this, the leaked set photos that had been found by Throx over on TikTok. He had recorded some stuff and posted it online. You can go check out my video on that and go check out his page on TikTok as well. I think he's found a few other things since I posted that video, and he's posted those up. So if you want to get kind of an idea of maybe aesthetically what we're looking at with this film, I mean, what I've seen from those set photos looks really, really good. Obviously, you can have great art direction and still not make a good movie. I'm well aware of that, but at least in terms of art direction, I'm starting to have a good vibe about that. I mean, it literally looks like the Church of America, but in real life, which is it's promising for sure. So I really, again, I think the biggest question we all have is, what is the actual narrative of this movie. Like, are we following the base game? Are we doing, a prequel? Are we doing, something about any aspect of this world? Like, what are we focusing on here? And we just don't know any of that yet. But yeah, we're about a little less than 2 years out from the release of this. I'm really hoping that they go crazy with the budget on this, that we see some just insane visual effects. Like, I genuinely miss that, like, era where we were getting, like, high budget fantasy films like the Lord of the Rings, and then that kind of, like, springboarded into so many other things that came after that for probably a good decade, maybe even decade and a half of, like, high fantasy, just big budget fictional movies in general. Like, it feels like we're in such a drought of that right now, that the idea of, like, Elden Ring bringing that back to cinemas has me so excited. That, even beyond, like, the fact of this being Elden Ring, like, as someone who does love those, like, the Lord of the Rings movies and that just whole vibe, like, the idea of that coming back through Elden Ring just excites me so much as someone who does love big budget fantasy and sci-fi and just fictional movies in general, to bring that back to cinemas, which I feel like is something that's so lacking right now. It just fills me with a lot of excitement more than anything. But again, hopefully before the end of the year, we have an idea of what the premise of this movie is, because we really are kind of in the dark of, like, what are we even looking at here? So that's really all we know. I will, of course, be doing more updates as we find out more stuff, whether we see more set leaks. I imagine they're probably going to be putting some of that on lockdown even harder now that there were already set leaks for it. But we'll just have to see if anything comes out in the next couple months. Hopefully we get a little bit more information. But look, as soon as I know something, I'll be letting you guys know. So look, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video. Leave me a comment. What are your hopes and expectations for this? What are you hoping to see out of this movie? And then go follow me on TikTok, because I like to talk about this stuff over there too, and we like to have a lot of fun. I post a lot of stuff about my collection, my Soulsborne collection, just sometimes general video game stuff. We have a lot of fun over there, a little small community, but it's a lot of fun. So again, I appreciate you guys, and yeah, next time I find out anything about this movie, I will be letting you guys know.